Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, the honorable educators, debaters, ladies and gentlemen. Before we start our debate today, please set your handphone or any device that may disturb our debate today to the silent mode. Especially for audience, please do not leave or enter the room during the speech. Welcome to the English debating competition at college level 2023 in University of Singapore Bangsa Karawang with the motion age discrimination. Before we start debate, we will introduce every debate. The first is from affirmative team.
Hello everyone, I'm Vikan Fitriani as the Prime Minister of the government team.
Next.
Hello everyone, my name is Rosa Sajida as the Deputy Prime Minister from the government team.
Next.
Hello everyone, I'm Lagum Ramadan as member of government.
Next.
Hello everyone, I'm Eva Clara Riani from University of Education Indonesia.
Okay, then the left side is from opposite team. Please let me introduce yourself. Let me introduce.
I'm Hanum Salsabila as leader of the opposition team.
I'm Indrani Iskandar as deputy leader of opposition team.
Next.
My name is Aisyah Rizka Kausar as a member of opposition.
I'm Olivia from opposite whip.
Adjudicators who will adjudicate because this competition. The first one is.
My name is Devran Bagusagroho as the first educators.
And the second is.
Hello, my name is Ida Putri Rukmana as the second judges.
And the last one is timekeeper.
Hello, I'm Angelina Resigulta as the timekeeper.
Then I would like to tell the regulation of this debating competition. In this debate, for the substantive speech, POI will be given after the opposite speaker start to speak for 1 minute. The timekeeper will knock once at 15 seconds to show that time for POI is over and any further explanation will be penalized. POI cannot be rejected. For the reply speech, debaters will speak for 7 minutes to deliver their argument speech. The timekeeper will knock once at 1 minute. At the timekeeper will knock twice at 4 minutes. Finally, the timekeeper will knock continuously to show that the time is over and any further explanation will be penalized. The speakers has to move forward and bring their phone to use it as their microphone. The speaker may bring a note by, but they will not be allowed to fully read the note. Before we officially open the English debating competition, let's give a big and rousing applause for all the educators and debaters in here. Now we come into our debate today. To open the case from the affirmative team, here is the first speaker of the affirmative team. Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, honorable judges and members of the government team and all of the members of the opposition team and all teams. Today I stand here as a Prime Minister of the government team as opening government team will lead the debate for age discrimination motion. Okay, first I will define the age discrimination. So age discrimination refers to the unequal treatment of a people or group because of their age. But here we define age discrimination as rules that determines the minimum and maximum age to work. We define age discrimination as age restriction in the workplace. Okay, we the government team believe that age discrimination in the workplace is usually enforced to protect the rights and welfare of the vulnerable people. What is meant by vulnerable people here is people who are below the minimum age and people who are above the maximum age for work. workers should not be too old or too young to work. The minimum age to work in Indonesia is 18 years old according to the law number 13 of 2003 concerning manpower. And while the maximum age for people to work is 60 years old due to productivity and health consideration. Because people who are 60 years above is in a year or a period where they are susceptible to disease because of decline physics and even mental abilities. Okay. As a Prime Minister from the government team, I will convey two main arguments to support age restriction in the workplace. The first one is age restriction to protect vulnerable people. Age restriction in the workplace are implemented to protect vulnerable groups, such as including children and older workers. Children and young generation are vulnerable to exploitation. By 2022, the number of children aged 10 through 17 that working in Indonesia will be around 0.95 million people, indicating that despite the minimum age for workers in Indonesia has been implemented, it means that the protecting children from work that is not suitable for the age is a big challenge. By implementing strict age restriction rules in the workplace, it is protect children from exploitation. Because children who are below the minimum age to work have obligation to get education to develop their cognitive. Okay, and the second argument is age restriction to help companies stay up to date with technology. According to the International Labour Organization or ILO, younger workers are generally superior in mastering technology compared to the older workers. It appears that older workers who are 65 above have lower rates of using digital technologies. A study by McKinsey and Company points out that younger generation in Indonesia are known to spend an average of 8.5 hours a day on their mobile phones to fulfill various digital lifestyle needs. This shows that younger generation have a better digital skill and more familiar with the latest technology, which can help company adapting and utilizing new technologies for innovation and companies benefit development. That's all from me. Thank you.
The next speaker from the opposite team. Time is yours.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Hanuf Salsabila. I'm here as leader of the opposition. Okay, age discrimination or ageism is the stereotyping and prejudice directed at someone simply because of their age. In the workplace, age discrimination can occur in the form of senior workers who are considered less productive, less creative, difficult to adapt to technology, or candidates who are rejected simply because they are considered too old or too young for certain positions. Age is not the only factor considered in the job applications. Agencies must include in their job announcements the general or specialist experience or education required for their position. Applicants must possess at least this qualification to be able to perform satisfactorily in a position. For example, an applicant's 1 year of specialist experience must demonstrate the knowledge, skills, abilities, or competencies necessary for successful job performance. But age discrimination should be rejected as it goes against human rights and inclusive diversity in the workplace. Some reason why age discrimination should be rejected. The first one is a person's productivity cannot be measured by age. Many older workers are highly experienced and productive, while many younger workers are creative and adaptable. Even in the entertainment world, there are many actors and actresses who are still underage or even very old, but they play a lot of roles in movies, soap operas. Then there are also those who create content on TikTok or YouTube and make money, which means that age doesn't guarantee that someone is good at work. And the second one is everyone is entitled to employment opportunities and a decent livelihood regardless of their background, including age. Nowadays, there are many companies that retire their employees early because their age has passed the requirements for the job. Then, do the elderly not need money to continue their lives? And the third one is age diversity brings many benefits to the workplace, such as intergenerational knowledge transfer and different perspectives in solving problems. And the last is employment laws and regulations in many countries prohibit discrimination in hiring, training, promotion, or dismissal of employees based on age. Therefore, discrimination against applicants or employees based on age should be expressly rejected and prevented. Recruitment and performance appraisal should be based on qualifications, abilities, and professional ethics regardless of age. This will create a fair and inclusive work environment for the best talents from different generations. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next, to continue our debate today, I would like to call the second speaker from the affirmative team. Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rosa Sajida. As Deputy Prime Minister, I would like to convey my argument and discuss debate from opposite team. The opposite team convey about the factor for finding job as education, experience, and performance. And my argument is looking for worker with experience is an important thing to do, especially for young people who are looking for work. However, in Indonesia, according to the Central Statistic Agency in 2021, most of the unemployment will come from the young group age 20 until 24 years in exactly 2.54 million people of the total national unemployment of 18.4 million people. Therefore, efforts are needed to overcome the problem of unemployment among young people, one of which is by improving their skills and abilities. One way to improve skills and abilities is to take part in training or incentive programs aimed at people who are looking for workers who want to improve their competence, and workers who have been laid off, such as Prakerja Card, which was launched by the Indonesia government in 2021. These programs aims to develop the skills or abilities of workers and prospective workers, as well as increasing the productivity and competitiveness of workforce. Apart from that, looking for works with every experience also requires efforts to improve health and entrepreneurship, will help a person to carry out daily activities independently, thereby increasing productivity and competitiveness in looking for work. Meanwhile, entrepreneurship can help someone to create better job opportunities and not depend on existing jobs. Thus, looking for work with experience just requires training, as well as government's role in creating jobs and overcoming poverty. Thank you very much. That's all from me.
Thank you. And the next is, I would like to call the second speaker from the opposite team. Time is yours.
Hello everyone, hello judges. My name is Indra Iskandar. And here I am as deputy leader of the opposition. As Hanum tells before, age discrimination in the workplace should be eliminated as it's a form of stereotyping and systematic discrimination against people because of their age. Not only does this create an unfair environment, but it can also limit individual development. Ageism in the workplace can lead to lost opportunities for experienced workers, and young workers can also be impacted by age discrimination through recruitment and promotion. Therefore, inhibiting the potential talents and diverse contribution that different age groups can contribute. But age discrimination in the workforce has negative impacts on individuals, business, and the economy as a whole. The first one is individuals. Everyone deserves freedom, whether young or old, in the world of work. Age discrimination takes a toll on individual workers and their families. Older workers who are discriminated against may experience extended periods of unemployment, leading to financial insecurity and stress. Evidence suggests that older jobs applicants get fewer callbacks than their younger counterparts with comparable resumes, contributing to extended periods of unemployment for many 50-plus job seekers. This is especially true for women and minoritized racial groups, as incidents of age discrimination in the workplace often intersect with gender and racial discrimination. And the second one is business. Ageism in the workplace has a serious impact on the working environments of business, large and small. Business miss out on experience when they discriminate against older workers. Age discrimination creates a negative working environment, causing distrust within a company. Younger employees may start to wonder if they will be the next target or simply will not want to work for a discriminatory business. Business that discriminate based on age may also face legal liability. And the last one is economy. Age discrimination has a substantial impact on the economy. Bias against older workers cost the U.S. economy an estimated $850 billion in gross domestic product and 8.6 million jobs and $545 billion in lost wages and salaries in 2018 alone. So there are some reasons why age discrimination should be limited. The first one is valuing different age groups in the workplace. By encouraging the participation of people from different age range, companies can gain broader perspective and diverse creativity. And then the next one is share experience and learning. Having a team consisting of different age group allows for the exchange of experiences and mutual learning. More experienced workers can provide knowledge to the younger generation, while the younger generation can bring innovation and fresh perspective. And the next one is productivity and performance. Treating individuals based on their qualification and abilities rather than their age can improve productivity and performance. This ensures that qualified workers, regardless of age, and contribute optimally. And then the last one is potential resource cuts. Restricting the age of workers can reduce the amount of workers available to a country. This can result in a shortage of workers in certain sectors, especially if there is a shortage of specialized skills. This can be detrimental to economic growth and industrial development. Therefore, it's important to eliminate age discrimination in the workplace to ensure equal opportunities for all workers regardless of their age, along with realizing the principles of fairness and diversity. By upholding the values of inclusivity, companies can create an environment where every individual is valued and given equal opportunities for career progression according to their abilities and contribution. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for the butters. And next, I would like to call the third speaker from affirmative. Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and hello to ladies and gentlemen, to judges and audience. I'm Lagama Ramadan as member of government. I stand here to give some arguments about age discrimination, especially in age limit in company for workers and employees. That's still related with today's topic argument. Companies applies age limitation because they have some reasons, like first and second speaker have been explained. But of course, company has other reasons. Company applies age limitation because company looks for workers who are creative, innovation, skills, and have durability. They tend to limit the age to get candidates or workers who have those points. Company looks for young candidates because they have high motivation. But it doesn't mean all candidates are not creative, innovation, and have durability. It is just that their level of productivity decreases as they get older. According to Law of Republik of Indonesia or Undang-Undang Dasar Negara Republik Indonesia number 13 of 2003, the minimum age of candidates or workers in 13 years old. If you ask why company don't hire workers under 18 years old instead, that's because it is illegal and violates state regulations. Even though their skill is high, we will not hire underage. Next, because company looks workers are ease of direct and adaptation. Companies believe that young people are easier to direct, train, and adapt to new situations. Because the current era is technology, where everything works on a modern basis. So companies hire young candidates because most of them are used to living in modern basis. So this makes it easier for a company to hire them, especially adapting to various era. Meanwhile, most older candidates don't understand technology. This makes it difficult for a company to work with follow to current era. Companies certainly don't want to be left behind in producing services and goods using old methods and that are slow and inefficient. Even though company applies age limitation, it doesn't mean older candidates don't have chance to work. Each company has various limitations. If we look at the health side, young candidates have the most high risk of mental health. According to International Labour Organization, with journal titles Meningkatkan Keselamatan dan Kesehatan Pekerja Muda, it has proven that young candidates have the highest risk of mental health. Even though young workers have good skills, they tend to be more stressed and under pressure from companies than older workers. Because of this point, the companies limit the age of its workers. Of course, the age limitation is intended for certain parts that are in accordance with their durability. Companies, of course, don't want to lose money if many employees fall ill or sick, but still have to be paid. This proves that older workers also have opportunities to work, but with certain position. That's long enough about my argumentation, and thank you.
Thank you for the butters. And next, from third speaker from the opposite team. Time is yours.
Thank you, and hello everyone, hello judges. Good morning, my name is Aicharis Kalkautsar. From opposite group as a member of opposition, would like to answer the argument from affirmative team. First is, many workers over the age of 40 feel discriminated against because they are considered overqualified or have to compete with younger generation who have just graduated. There are still many companies in Indonesia that prioritize age over intelligence. For men, this may not be a problem because since men are the head of the family, it is certain that as soon as they graduate from school or college, men are already working and continue to work, so it is unlikely that they will stop working at a certain age to take care of children, and then want to work again at a certain age when their children are independent. What happens to women who decide to stop working to take care of their families and are forced to work again because the situation requires it? This could be one of the reasons why the female labor force participation rate in Indonesia is still far below that of men, at only 53.41% compared to 83.87% for men. Indonesia itself already has provision governing age discrimination as recorded in 2003 labor law. There is no provision that explicitly regulates the prohibition of age limits. However, Article 5 states that every laborer has the same opportunity without discrimination to obtain employment. Here, labor refers to everyone who is capable of doing work in order to produce goods and or services, both to meet their own needs and those of the community. In short, as long as someone is still capable of doing work, the state should guarantee equal opportunities for them to obtain employment. In addition, Indonesia has also ratified the International Labour Organization or ILO Convention number 111 on discrimination in employment and occupation. Through law number 21, 1999, the content of this convention generally gives responsibility for the state to ensure that there is no discrimination in the recruitment process until the implementation of the employment relationship. This means that the government no longer has an excuse to allow ageism in the world of work, let alone promote it through job vacancies distributed by state institutions. The above rules should be the basis for the government to make policies that concretely prohibit the inclusion of age restriction in job vacancies without any clear reason. In the end, age discrimination hurts both people and society. It causes money problems, less diversity, and missed change for personal and job growth. It is important to fight against the age discrimination to make a fair and equal society. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for the butters. And the next is the last. This replay the speech from the affirmative team. Time is yours.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. opposition team as the government whip, I'm gonna give conclusion that I agree with the age discrimination in the workplace. The argumentation that our team have been conveyed often impact age restriction in job vacancies based on consideration such as productivity, irresistibility, and adaptability. While these criteria aim to attract motivated and creative individuals, there's contrasting viewpoint emphasizing qualification and capabilities over age to ensure equal employment opportunities. Data reveals that young workers face higher mental health risks and work-related challenges influenced by factors like age, low wage, and stress. Age restrictions are seen as protective measures, safeguarding vulnerable workers in potentially dangerous jobs. In the context of Indonesia, where unemployment is significant, efforts to address these issues include skill improvement and entrepreneurship are also highlighted as essential elements in enhancing employability. The overall conclusion emphasizes the importance of a multi-phase approach combining skill development, health enhancement, and entrepreneurial initiatives to effectively address unemployment issue among young individuals. As closing, government declared that we are strongly agree to age limitation are fair for everyone, and also we are in age limitation side. Thank you.
Give applause.
To end up our debate today, here is the rebel speech from the opposite team. Times is yours.
Hello everyone, my name is Alivia Salsabila from Opposite League. Age discrimination in the workplace should be eliminated because every individual has value, experiences, and valuable contributions regardless of their age. Ignoring or including people based on age can hinder diversity, reduce innovation, and limit access to diverse opportunities and experiences that can bring great benefits to a company. By eliminating age discrimination, companies can create an inclusive work environment, allowing professionals to contribute optimally based on their competencies without being limited by age. Age discrimination, like any form of discrimination, is unjust and harmful. Here are several reasons why abolishing age discrimination is crucial. One, equality and fairness. Every individual deserves equal treatment regardless of their age. Two, diverse perspectives and skills. Age diversity brings different perspectives, experiences, and skills to the table. 3. Economic benefits. Age discrimination can hinder the economy by limiting the employment opportunities for older individuals who have valuable skills and experiences. 4. Health and well-being. Discrimination can adversely affect mental health and well-being. 5. legal and ethical considerations, many countries have laws against age discrimination in the workplace, recognizing it as a violation of human rights. 6. Social cohesion. Creating an inclusive society that values individuals regardless of age fosters a sense of unity and social cohesion. 7. Innovation and progress. A diverse workforce, including individuals of different age, often foster innovation. 8. Longevity and aging population. With populations in many countries aging, abolishing age discrimination becomes even more critical. By abolishing age discrimination, we create a more inclusive, fair, and productive society where individuals are valued for their abilities, experiences, and contributions rather than being judged based on age stereotypes. That's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
That's the end of our debate today, and we will allow the honorable educators to decide the winner of this debate. Now it's time for the honorable educators to give verbal education and give announcement for the winner of this debate. The first educators, please, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone. So in today's debate competition, I am Devran Nugroho as the judges number 1 will explain or recap about today's debate. So let me begin. First of all, from the Prime Minister of the affirmative teams. The affirmative teams start with the definitions of the age discrimination, and it refers to unfair treatment at the ages. But the affirmative teams start to move the definitions or try to move the definitions to about minimum or max age for work. And then the first speaker also said that the minimum for worker is 18 years, and then the maximum is around 50 plus. And the reasons of why the age limitations for 50 years old, because they mostly have a disease, for example like a physical, and then about their mental. And then the first speaker also stated about the two arguments. The first argument is about the age restrict. It said that the age restrict is to protect children and older people at workplace, and then 2, to help company. The older people have a low use of technologies, and the younger people have a better skills at using technologies than the older people. Okay, then move on to the second speaker from the leader of the oppositions. The leader of the opposition first try to recap the first speaker that senior worker is less creative and less productive. Then it said that the age is not the only factor at work. The application or the employment should qualify by knowledge, skills, and abilities. And it also said that the age discrimination is against human rights. Then she also mentions about the older people have benefits. For example, full of experience. And then she also mentioned that the age diversity in the company brings many benefits. Then move on to the third speaker, and it is from the affirmative teams. uh, it said that mentions about the factor of finding jobs, working with experience is an important thing. And then she also mentions about the program of the presentation. Then move on to the fourth speaker from the second opposite team. It said that the age discrimination should eliminate because age discriminations limiting individual development, and then everyone deserve freedom because it could lead to stress or mentally in financial. For example, an older people who got a job and then get unemployment. And then about business, age discriminations can create a negative environment and probably face a legal liability. And then she mentions about the why age discrimination should be eliminated, because first of all, company can gather a broader perspective, then more experience can bring knowledge. Then the fifth speaker from the third affirmative teams said that age limitation is happen because there is a reason. Company wants an innovations, and that innovation is coming from the younger candidates. And once again, the fifth speaker mentions about the younger candidate or the younger people more better to use technologies than the older people. Then the sixth speaker from the third opposite teams that the age limitation is not a problem, but it is for a man. Age limitation is a problem for a woman because there is a data that she mentioned before about the labor of women. Then she mentions about the Article 5 about everyone deserves to get employment. Then the government should not do age limitation because there is no regulation from government. And then she said about age discrimination can create negativity at both sides. For example, inequality. And then for the seventh speaker from the fourth affirmative teams mentions about the equal employment for all people. So in order to do that, age limitation should be applied. And then once again, age restrict as a protective policy. Now for the last speaker from the fourth opposite team said that by eliminating age discriminations, company can create inclusivity. And then she also mentions about good things why age limitation should be abolished. First, equality and fairness, and then skills diversity, economic benefits, healthy and wealthy, legal considerations, social, and then innovation. That's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, hello everyone. Here I want to explain starting from the first affirmative from Prime Minister. Prime Minister explained about age discrimination is rules for minimum and maximum to work. Age discrimination in Indonesia start from 18 years old. Age discrimination in protect for children or younger people, and age discrimination younger generation have mastering the technology. And from the opposite group, has
CCA explained about age is not the only factor for the work because the older worker has specialist experience, knowledge, and skills. And age discrimination should be rejected because cannot be required by age, and there are many actresses as older in Indonesia that work an older worker. From the affirmative speaker, from the second affirmative, she say the younger worker have training before the work. It can be the young worker have skill for work. And from opposite, she say age discrimination has negative impact for economic and others. The company must have value the age group in the workplace and share experience and learning. And then from the affirmative, the third affirmative group, he said the company give the minimum age for work because the company looks for workers who are creative, innovative skills and have durability. And then from the third opposite group, she say age discrimination hurts both people and society because money problems, less diversity, and missed chance for personal and job growth. It's important to fight against age discrimination to make a fair and equal society. And from the affirmative, the fourth affirmative, he say equal employment for all people. And then from the last opposite group, she mentioned about diverse perspective, high economic benefit, healthy and wealthy, legal and article consideration, social cohesion, innovation and progress, and aging population. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
We are at the end of today's debate competitions. And I am, as the representative of the judges, will announce the winner of this debate. But before that, let me sum of my both of us points about the winner of this debate. The both sides, unfortunately, lacks of rebuttal. But the both sides brought so many data for this debate. And we decide the winner by the clarity of the argument and the less of repetitions of idea will be good for the teams. And we will give the winner of this today's debate for opposite team.
Okay, that's all for our debate today. We would like to thank the honorable educators, debaters, and audience. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.